योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ता सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. In my last video, I completed the explanation of Vishnu Sahasranama. I have explained the 1,000 namas of Vishnu Sahasranama, which was said by Bhishmacharya seeing Bhagavan Krishna in front of him. But Bhishmacharya was lying on his deathbed, on his bed of arrows, but his mind was so concentrated that he completely merged with Bhagavan and described Bhagavan with 1,000 namas. That is the Vishnu Sahasranama. In my last upload, I completed explaining the Vishnu Sahasranama. Equally important to Vishnu Sahasranama is the Phala Sruti of Vishnu Sahasranama. Bhishmacharya himself has described this Phala Sruti for Vishnu Sahasranama without knowing the benefits of reciting this Vishnu Sahasranama. If we recite it, then we will take it so easily. So it is very important to understand the Phala Sruti of Vishnu Sahasranama, which Bhishmacharya himself has said. So let us see the Phala Sruti of Vishnu Sahasranama. Itidam kirtaniyasya keshavasya mahatmanah namnam sahasram divyanam ashekshena prakirtitam. Bhishmacharya says that I have said the glory of Bhagavan by his 1,000 namas. Keshavasya Mahatmanah. I have said the glory of Bhagavan by this is 1,000 namas. And I have said that completely. I have completed the 1,000 namas. This Bhishmacharya is telling. Yayidam shrunuyan nityam yaschapi parikirtayet na shubham prapnuyat kinchit somutreha cha manavaha. Any person who recite this Vishnu Sahasranama or hear this Vishnu Sahasranama, na ashubham, nothing inauspicious will come to that person, or any evil thing will come to that person. So divine and auspicious is this Vishnu Sahasranama. It will drive off all the evil forces or the evil thoughts in us, all types of evil forces that will affect us. It will drive off all those evil forces. So punya, so auspicious is this 1,000 namas of Bhagavan Vishnu. Vedandago brahmanasyat kshatriyo vijayi bhavet vaishyo dhana samruddhasyat shudra sukhamavapnuyat. If a brahmana recite this Vishnu Sahasranama, that is the 1,000 namas of Bhagavan, then he will attain knowledge. If a Kshatriya recite this Vishnu Sahasranama, then he will attain victory, braveness, prowess, everything. And if a Vaisya recite this Vishnu Sahasranama, then he will attain abundant wealth. And if he is a Sudra, then he will attain peace of mind and all the happiness in life. So this implies that anyone can recite Vishnu Sahasranama. I have heard some people telling that only a class of people can recite Vishnu Sahasranama. Since it is for all the varnas, Bhishmacharya himself says that it is suitable for all the varnas. Whoever recite this Vishnu Sahasranama, that is the 1,000 namas of Bhagavan, they will get the phala result according to their mentality, which is very well explained in the next shloka too. Dharmarti prapnuyat dharmam artharti chartamapnuyat kamanavapnuyat kami prajarti chapnuyat prajam. If a person recite this Vishnu Sahasranama with the intention of attaining a dharma, that is the righteous conduct, then he will get the direction from Bhagavan to go in that right path. If a person who want to be blessed with the riches, worldly riches, then with that intention, if he recite Vishnu Sahasranama, then he will attain that. If a person want all the karma, that is the pleasures in life, and with that intention, if he recite the Vishnu Sahasranama, then he will attain all the riches in life. If a person wants progeny, and if with that intention, if he recite Vishnu Sahasranama, then he will attain that. So with whatever desire and with whatever attitude in mind we recite Vishnu Sahasranama, we will attain that. Bhaktiman cha sadothaya suchistadgata manasah Sahasram Vasudevasya Namnamedat Prakirtayet. A person suffering from any disease, he will get rid of it. If he recite Vishnu Sahasranama, he will be liberated from it. And if a person is in bondage, bondage means sometimes we will knowingly or unknowingly will fall in a trap. We may not know the way to come out of it. We may not have the buddhi to come out of it. But if a person chant Vishnu Sahasranama, then he will get that buddhi, that knowledge, that right direction from Bhagavan to come out of that situation. And if a person is affected by fear, then he will overcome it. This is very important because we all lose many opportunities because of fear. We might have experienced the failure some time back, but that thought will haunt us and it will not allow us to take right decisions at the right time, at the right place. So this is very important. We have to overcome our failure. We have to overcome our fear. Or sometimes we will be influenced by many people who infuse fear in us. Or we will be criticized a lot. So we will have the fear. If we do not win, what will happen? So if we do not succeed, what will happen? So this fear is a basic human problem, I will say, that will haunt us, all the people at all ages, at all the different stages of life too. So if we recite Vishnu Sahasranama continuously, tell the 1,000 namas of Bhagavan, automatically we will not know when we are relieved from it. Automatically we will be relieved of the fear. It's very important. And a person who is in any type of difficulties, because in this samsara, only difficulties and problems are maximum. We have happy situations only to a very meager percentage. So whoever recite this Vishnu Sahasranama, he will be relieved from all the difficulties that are affecting their life. Yasha prapnodi viphulam yadi pradhanyameva cha achalam shriyamapnodi shreya prapnotyanuttamam. He attains yasha, fame, prosperity, reputation. His work will be recognized by all. He will be respected in the society, leadership. What more to say? All good in this world will come to him. He will, at the end, he will attain salvation too. That is, if we recite Vishnu Sahasranama, we will get all the good in this life and the life after. If a person attains moksha, then no problem. That's the end of that jiva merging with Brahman. If not, if he takes another birth according to their karma, then they will not face any difficulties in that janma too. So it is good for this janma and the life after. Na bhayam kvachitapnoti viryam tejasya vindati bhavatya rogo dyutiman bhalaruba gunanvitaha There is no fear for him from any quarters or from any situation. Bhishmacharya is repeating it again and again because he is lying in the war field on that bed of arrows. So, if any warrior, if he has a fear in his mind, what will happen to their talent? Just like I said, for many people, their talents are subdued because of fear, because of criticism, because of the fear of criticism, because of the fear of a failure. So it's very important we will overcome fear gradually when we recite this 1,000 namas of Bhagavan. He acquires valor, power. He will be endowed with a good health, and always his intelligence will shine among many people, and he will have strength and all the noble qualities. When Bhishmacharya said this, one should not consider it as a magic. If we recite Vishnu Sahasranama in a day, the next day we will get everything. No, it won't work like that. We will gradually overcome our fear. We will gradually overcome our weakness. So that's what Bhishmacharya says. Because these namas, they have a vibrational intensity in our mind. They leave vasanas in our mind, and these vasanas will erase or subdue our papa karmas. That's the meaning of the nama of Bhagavan as Papanashin. The next shloka, Bhishmacharya says, Rogarto muchyate rogat, baddho muchyeda bandhanat, bhayat muchyeda bhitastu, muchyetapanna apatah. So a person who has suffering from any type of disease, he will overcome that disease or the fear of that disease. A person in bondage, he will overcome overcome from the bondage, he will be relieved from it. Bondage in the sense, even the fear is a bondage, is it not? When we have fear to express our talent, don't you think it's a bondage? So any type of bondage, I think that's the fear is the main bondage for a person. Fear of, as I said, fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear to venture in anything new. So it's a great bondage. We cannot express ourselves. Each Atma is divine, and it will have all the qualities of that divine being. But how many of us express it? It is because of the fear due to Maya. So he will overcome that, and any person who is in a fear will be relieved from it, and he will get rid of all the difficulties in life. So that powerful is reciting the 1,000 namas of Bhagavan Vishnu. दुर्गान्यतितरत्याशु पुरुषः पुरुषोत्तमं स्तुवन्नाम सहस्रेण नित्यं भक्ति समन्वितम्. If a person recite the Vishnu Sahasranama with concentration, dedication and bhakti, he will be relieved from all problems in life, which implies that we all face situations. Some situations will be favorable and some may not be. We turn the situations by thoughts into a problem. Thinking negatively about a situation, we convert that situation as a problem. That's what many people do. And if it becomes a problem, then we are dependent on many people to solve it. So when we recite Vishnu Sahasranama, the powerful vibrations of the Nama of Bhagavan, it subdues the unnecessary thoughts in our mind, and it will give us the courage to face any situation. Very courageously we will face any situations in front of us. As I said, some situations will be favorable. Then it is very easy to face it. But some situations will not be favorable. But we make it as a big problem by our wrong thoughts, evil thoughts, and the wrong people influence us and they make it as a big problem. So when we recite this Vishnu Sahasranama continuously, then we will have the courage, Sudarshana, the right way to see a situation. So that's another use of benefit of Vishnu Sahasranama, reciting Vishnu Sahasranama. Bhishmacharya says, वासुदेवाश्रयो मर्त्यो वासुदेवपरायणः सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा याति ब्रह्म सनातनम्. Even if a person take refuge in Bhagavan Vasudeva by their thought, merely by their thought, just imagining that I am surrendering to your feet, Bhagavan, that much is enough. Bhagavan will take the responsibility of us and he will see to it that we face the situation in the right way. And we will be cleansed of all the sins and the mind will become pure. न वासुदेव भक्तानाम् अशुभं विद्यते क्वचित् जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि भयं नैवोपजायते. The bhakta of Vasudeva, he will not attain or get any ashubham. He will not face any ashubham at any time. Ashubham in the sense, he will not be disrespected. He will not be ill-treated. He will not be ignored at any place, which implies that even if he is ill-treated, disrespected, ignored, he will not care for it because he has Bhagavan Vasudeva with him. We might have heard that many bhaktas of Vasudeva, when others ill-treat them or disrespect them, they don't care. But that person who ill-treated him will get that result of that karma gradually. So he will not care for anything. He cannot be disrespected because when one disrespects a person, if he cares for it or if he gives importance for it, then it affects that person. If he ignores it or if he do not care itself, then what's the meaning of disrespecting any person? So the bhaktas of Vasudeva, they will have that courage and mentality that they cannot be ill-treated in any way because they have their inner courage that Bhagavan Vasudeva is with them or they are residing in Bhagavan. That knowledge, that confidence they will have. So no one can ill-treat them, disrespect them. Even if they do, only they get that fruit of that evil karma, but the bhaktas of Vasudeva will not be affected by it. That's what Bhishmacharya is also experiencing now, isn't it? He is lying on the bed of arrows. He doesn't feel any pain or he's just imagine he is there on the war field. And the war field itself is surrounded by so many dead bodies that the stinging smell would have been coming from that. And that ghora heat, were hot under the hot sun. So he didn't care for anything because his mind is with Bhagavan and not with his body or the outside situation. That is what it means that no one can disrespect or no ashubham will come to the bhaktas of Vasudeva because they just don't care or they will have the mind to avoid such situations. Janma mrityu, that is, he will overcome janma, birth, mrityu, that is death, jara, old age, vyadhi, any disease, bhayam, fear. So he will overcome all this. Nothing will bother him. If a person has taken the body, then all this will affect them. But a bhakta of Vasudeva, he will ignore all that and he don't care for what comes to the body or mind because he is in Bhagavan. Imam stavamadhiyan shraddha bhakti samanvitaha yujyedatma sukha shanti shri drudi smriti kirti bihi. There is one who recites the Vishnu Sahasranama with faith and devotion. He will attain sukham, all type of happiness, pleasure, shanti, peace of mind, shri, all types of prosperity, dhruti, determination, firmness, smriti, excellent memory power, kirtibihi, he will attain also fame. Everyone will praise him. He will go to that place only where he is respected or treated well because he is in Bhagavan Vasudeva. Or even if something occurred to him due to his past karmas, he will not care for it. Just like great rishis like Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, they had many problems with their health issues, but they didn't care for it. Who cared for all that? So just like that, they lived. And that confidence, the bhaktas of Vasudeva will automatically come to them if they recite this 1,000 namas with bhakti and determination. न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो न शुभा मतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां पुरुषोत्तमे. He is the Purushottama, that is the best among all the bhaktas. And he will not have, he is free from anger. He will not get anger just like that. Some people, for the drop of the hat, they will be angry. It's a weakness. It's a weakness of the mind. So they will not get anger, jealousiness, because they have one with them, greediness or evil thoughts in their mind. Dhau cha chandrarka nakshatra gham disho bhurma hodatihi vasudevasya viryena Vidyutani Mahatmanah. The sky, the sun, the moon, the stars in it, all the directions, the earth, the ocean, what are all we see in this loka, all these are held together and they are in place by the power of Bhagavan Vasudeva, Bhagavan Vishnu. They are all held together by the power of Bhagavan Vishnu. That's why many namas say that Bhagavan, just like a thread which holds many beads together, by the power of Bhagavan, all this creation is held together. Sasura sura gandharvam sayakshoraka rakshasam jagadvashe vartatedam krishnasya sacharacharam. Sacharacharam, that is what are all moving, not moving. The suras, the devas, asuras, the demons, gandharvas, yakshas, rakshasas, all these are in control of Bhagavan Krishna. Indriyani mano buddhihi sattvam tejo balam dhritihi vasudevatmahan yahu kshetram kshetraknya yevacha. The indriyas, the manas, the buddhi, the sattvam, the intelligence, bhalam, the strength, the dhruti, that is the firmness or determination, then the kshetram, that is this body, kshetraknya, that is the individual soul, all are born of Vasudeva. Vasudevatmaham yahuhu. They say that it's all born from Vasudeva. सर्वागमनामाचारः प्रथमं परिकल्पते आचारप्रभवो धर्मो धर्मस्य प्रभुरच्युतः. So the scriptures declare that the right conduct, that is the dharma, is the priority, first priority. And Achyuta, he is the upholder of dharma. So Bhagavan upholds dharma because without dharma, he cannot sustain this creation. Rishaya pitaro deva mahabhudani datavaha jangama jangamam chedam jagannarayanodbhavam. Rishis, The Pitaras, that is the ancestors, the Devas, the Suras or Devas, then the Mahabhuta, that is the five basic elements, its effects is the different forms. Jangama, that is Jangama and Ajangama means that is moving and not moving. Jagan Narayanodbhavam. All this entire creation came from Narayana. Udbhavam, it came from Narayana. Yogo Jnanam Tatha Sankhyam Vidya Shilpadi Karmacha Veda Shastrani Vijnanam Yedat Sarvam Janardanath. So, yoga, the different paths to attain Bhagavan, the different types of yoga, jnanam, knowledge, and Sankhya yoga, that is the Sankhya philosophy, vidya, both the types of knowledge. There are two types of knowledge, Paravidya and Aparavidya. All that came from Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana. The four Vedas, it came from Bhagavan. Shastras, the different Shastras, all this explain the nature of Bhagavan. So it came from Bhagavan only. Vijnanam, the different types of science. There are so many sciences in this world. Many branches of science. All that came from Janardanath, from Janardana. So from Bhagavan, it came from Bhagavan. Yego Vishnu Mahadbhudam Pridagбhutanyanekashah Trilokhan Vyapya Bhutatma Bhunkte Vishwabhugavyayah. So Bhagavan Mahavishnu, he divides himself and he exists in all beings. He pervades these three worlds, Trilokhan Vyapya. He pervades three worlds, all the three worlds. He bhunkte, he enjoys them and consumes them in the end. He resides in this world, he enjoys this world, and he consumes this entire creation in the end. But he himself, Avyaya, he has no decay or no death. He is always present. Imam stavam bhagavato Vishnu vyasena kirtitam Patetya icchet purushaha shreya praptum sukhani cha. Anyone who wants to who wish for all the good in life and obtain that supreme bliss, if he recite this Vishnu Sahasranama said by Bhishmacharya and written by Veda Vyasa, this Vishnu Sahasranama is written by Veda Vyasa but said by Bhishmacharya, then he will attain all the good in life. All the good means we cannot say what we will attain. It may be beyond our thought because we are reciting the glory, the power, the nature of Bhagavan. When we recite it, we think about it. So all our papa impressions will be subdued or liquidated by this powerful Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishveshwaramajam Devam Jagadah Prabhum Avyayam Bhajanti ye Pushkaraksham Nate yanti Parabhavam Nate yanti Parabhavam Om Namahiti. With this ends the Phala Sruti of Vishnu Sahasranama. That's why it is repeated twice. And this shloka says, Bhagavan with that lotus eye, who is Ajam, unborn, the Supreme Lord, the ruler of this universe, the controller of this universe, whoever praise him with this Vishnu Sahasranama, that is, whoever praise Bhagavan, tell the glory of Bhagavan by this 1,000 namas, he will never attain any failures in life. Failure cannot affect that person. He will never attain any failures in life. This is the words of Bhishmacharya. And the Vishnu Sahasranama comes in Mahabharata, Anushasana Parva in the Bhishma Yudhishthira Samvada. So these shlokas are said by Bhishmacharya. Only these shlokas are given in the Bhashya of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. But many other acharyas, they have also included some more shlokas, and I think it's also important to understand the meaning of those shlokas too. So I will explain those shlokas also. Arjuna uvacha padmapatra vishalaksha padmanabha surottama bhaktanam anusaraktanam trada bhava janardana. Arjuna is seeing Bhagavan Krishna and telling, you have this beautiful lotus shaped eyes and a lotus in your navel, and you are the greatest among all the devas, Surottamam, that is, you are the best among all the devas. Please protect the bhaktas. You are the indweller of all, so please protect them. For that, Bhagavan Sri Krishna replies, Shri Bhagavanuvacha Yomam Nama Sahasrena Stotumichati Pandava Sohamekena Shlokena Stutayevana Samshayaha Stutayevana Samshayaha Om Namagiti. Sri Bhagavan Krishna, he says, Arjuna, if a person decides to worship me by reciting this 1,000 namas, even if he does not tell all the shlokas in Vishnu Sahasranama, even if a person recite the first shloka, I consider myself worshipped. There is no doubt in it. Even if a person worship me with one shloka of Vishnu Sahasranama, I will consider myself being worshipped by reciting the entire shlokas of Vishnu Sahasranama. So powerful is each shloka of Vishnu Sahasranama. This word, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, it comes from the mouth of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and he is telling this to Pandava, that is Arjuna. Again he says, Tuta yevana samshayaha om namahiti. There is no doubt about this. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he himself says. Vyasa uvacha vasanad vasudevasya vasitam bhuvanatrayam sarvabhuda nivasosi vasudevan namostute. Shri Vasudevan namostute om namayiti. Bhagavan Vasudeva, he resides in all beings. He pervades the three worlds, and salutation to that Vasudeva who is residing in all beings. That is, we recite this Vishnu Sahasranama and we invoke Bhagavan in us. We all exist in Bhagavan. That is, our mind and body exist in Bhagavan. We are not aware of it. When we recite this 1,000 namas of Bhagavan, automatically that divinity in us will be invoked. That's why we are able to overcome all the problems. We will not be disrespected. Even if someone disrespects us, we will ignore it. So all this because our divinity in us, the divinity in us will be invoked. And Vyasa he salutes that Bhagavan. Parvatyuvacha kenopayena laghuna Vishnurnama Sahasrakam Patyate Pantitai Nityam Shrotumichamyaham Prabho. Sri Parvati Devi, she asked Bhagavan Shiv, that is Bhagavan Ishvara, she asked a question. So, is there any quick method for the wise people, learned people, to every day recite this 1,000 namas of Bhagavan? Is there any shortcut method? Parvati Devi is asking to Bhagavan Shiv on our behalf, because in our materialistic life we are too busy even to chant Vishnu Sahasranama. It will take I think 15 to 20 minutes if we have good practice. But even that time we may not have. So Parvati Devi, on behalf of us, she is asking to Bhagavan Shiv, is there any quick method to chant this Vishnu Sahasranama? Bhagavan Shiv says, Ishvara Buvacha Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varanane Sri Ramanama Varanana Om Namayiti. Bhagavan Shiv, he says, even I like chanting or repeating the Ramanama. Ramanama, even once if it is recited or chanted, it is equivalent to reciting all the 1,000 namas of Bhagavan. So a single time when we recite or chant Ramanama, that is equal to reciting Vishnu Sahasranama. These are the words of Bhagavan Shiv. So some acharyas have included some more shlokas from other scriptures too. They are also very important. So I thought of including those two shlokas. Brahma uvacha Namostu Bantaya Sahasramurtaye Sahasrapadakshi Shirorubhave Sahasranamne Purushaya Shashvate Sahasrakoti Yugadharine Namaha Sahasrakoti Yugadharine Namaha Om Namahiti. Salutation to that immortal one, the endless one, the avyaya and indestroyable one, who has 1,000 forms, who has 1,000 feet, 1,000 eyes, 1,000 arms. Salutations to him who has 1,000 namas. He is the soul of all the beings. He is permanent. Salutations to him who keeps creating the millions and millions of yugas. That is the cycle of time. Who creates all this? After this Kali Yuga, another Yuga will come. After that, another Yuga will come. So it just revolves. He revolves the samsara chakra. That's why he is called Chakri. And so that Bhagavan, who is the inner soul of all, who is indwelling in all, I worship or I salute that Bhagavan. These are the words of Lord Brahma. Artha vishanna shithilascha bhitaha goreshu cha vyadishu vardhamanaha Sankirtaya Narayana Shabdhamatram Vimukta Dukha Sukhino Bhavantu. So we may be inflicted by any depression or fear or anything. Anyone who is in depression, fear, suffering from diseases, lack of peace of mind or happiness, by reciting the namas of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, we will be relieved from all of that. We will be liberated from that. And Sukhino Bhavantu, we will live happily. So that's the end of Vishnu Sahasranama. By the grace of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, I was able to complete the explanation for the 1,000 namas of Bhagavan Srihari, which explains the glory, the nature of Bhagavan and the Atma who is indwelling in us. He is the indweller in all of us. No Atma is different from Bhagavan. Only the mind separates us from Bhagavan. So in us, Bhagavan resides. In everyone, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana resides. When we understand the meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama, we will be able to get a clear picture of who we are and who Bhagavan is. What is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara? and how the Maya plays the role and separates us. And it gives an impression that we all are separate. So this we will understand. We all have been reciting Vishnu Sahasranama for a long time. But without understanding the meaning of Vishnu Sahasranama, at least to some extent, we may not know the depth of Vishnu Sahasranama. And as I said, it is equally important to understand the benefits of reciting Sahasranama. Only then we will take it seriously, or otherwise we will just pass it on as another prayer. So deep is the Vishnu Sahasranama, first said by Bhishmacharya, written by Veda Vyasa, and so many people for generations are reciting it. So by the grace of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana and all the acharyas, I was able to complete this Vishnu Sahasranama, giving explanation for Vishnu Sahasranama. All my explanations were mainly based on the Bhashya written by Sri Adi Shankaracharya. He has given very crisp and detailed Bhashyas combining Vedanta and Bhakti. Many acharyas have written elaborate explanation for this namas. Some acharyas, for a single nama, it will run on to pages. They have included many stories also. But for the limitation of time, I have condensed it and presented it in my way, and I have shared it in my way. So I thank you all, my viewers and my subscribers, for supporting me in this project. And I will come up again explaining another treatise in Bhakti and Vedanta in a very short time. As I always recite in all the episodes of Vishnu Sahasranama, what all I have done with my buddhi, what all I have said with my words, with my manas, with my actions, with my karma, with the impulsion of the prakriti, or by my guna, I surrender all that. I keep my work on the feet of Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. ॐ तत्सत्. ॐ नमो नारायणाय.